I deliberately don't comb my hair. I did take a shower recently. I do usually take a shower about once a week. Who cares? Unfortunately, why I want the best for my boys is they can't take a shower where they're at all. Okay, at all. There is no shower. They have to go try to find a gym or go to a friend's house. That's really sad. And I can't deal with the abuser. I mean, I can't. I don't want any pity. Okay? Because, first off, I never got any pity but Susan Chappelle, basically. I never, ever got any pity from my severe trauma. Ever. I'm not looking for pity. I just want to be acknowledged that, unfortunately, I was majorly abused. That's all I want, personally. It's like, unfortunately, I was majorly abused, but my dead husband, and I'm sick of calling him pretend I'm not narcissist, so my worst abuser will not acknowledge that I was even just a little tiny bit abused. Not even, he will not acknowledge that. He gaslights me. I went through so much confusion talking to this monster who gaslighted me. It's really bad when you're lied to so much. It's awful. I mean, yes, I was abused, and for someone to take it so lightly, wow, oh, thrown up against the wall, what's that? That's no abuse at all. What? Mommy Dearest movie? Wire hangers? What are you talking about? That's not abuse. You're crazy. God, you want to know abuse? You want to know what I went through? Like, yeah. And you love your mommy? Like, you're psycho. Total sociopath. Total sociopathic liar. Complete sociopathic liar. Says that he loves Jesus. Are you out of your fucking tree? Like, oh my God. Don't put my Jesus down. Don't put anyone down. I mean, don't say that you like whatever. Just an awful, awful person. No, I was talking about something. Had a different thought, and I forgot about the thought. But the basic line, for this video, my hair looks like shit, because I'm always abused to death. So much. I unfortunately talked to my worst abuser for a couple hours. And it's useless. It makes me that frazzled, that on edge, and confused. That's the worst thing about abusers. They make you confused. They take away who you are, your identity. They gaslight you. Abusers. I like the word abuser instead of narcissist, and they're insane. So yeah, abuser's a nice, simpler term. I mean, abusers are insane narcissists. Abusers are completely insane. You don't do that to another human being. The human being, no matter what, and they are fucking psycho, like, My worst abuser. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't torture him that bad, but a couple minutes. Alright. Torturing. Like screaming at him in his face. The best therapy that I saw for rapists was on TV. I don't know, they did it like in like a hospital setting of nurses and doctors. They just did it like they staged it of a guy being on the bed, and they staged a guy coming in and raping him like he rapes women. It's like the best of, you do what the abuser does to you. That's like the best therapy. And then, the abuser started crying and pretended like a narcissist. Oh, that's awful. That's just so awful and evil. And like, that's what the fuck you are. You are the most evil sick fucker I've ever met in my life. He is the most sick, evil, fucking piece of shit I've ever seen, ever talked to. Just totally fucking far gone. Yeah. Just horrifying. So, and the only way to deal with him is to abuse him like he abused me. Yeah, just stick him in a room and just for minutes at a time. Constant abuse, screaming in his face, like have him shackled down to his fucking bed and scream obscenities in his face to just see him cry and record everything. And like, do you realize that you did this to the last victim that you caused to be a victim? This is everything that you did to her. Can you admit to that? No, that never happened. Alright, we're just gonna keep on abusing you until you're able to admit that this is what you did. And that's the only way that you could possibly maybe get through. But you still can't. I mean, they are that bad, but they might be able to figure out, in order to get out of the situation of 5 minutes of abuse, constant abuse, and then they ask the question, did you abuse that bad, this poor victim's life that you made want to die? Did you do that to that victim? No, that never happened. And then, fuck you, put them in the dark, come in 10 minutes later, abuse them the same way, screaming at them in their face. They're shackled down in the bed, scream at them, pretend to fucking rape them, pretend to abuse them like they do their victims. Total abuse. And see how they react. Did you do this to your victim? No, that never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, who cares? Turn off the lights, You're a liar. And do that for a fucking day, and just be like, you know what? We know how bad of an abuser you really are, and how awful you really are, and we don't give a fuck. But guess what? We're gonna give you they shame other people who were never rapists or child molesters. We're actually going to give you a card because you are a rapist, child molester, and you have to, wherever you go, whatever, wherever you try to live at, you have to register as a pedophilia, as a fucking rapist. Wherever you go, you are registered as that, because that's what you are. And we don't give a fuck about you at all, that you can't admit to that, but we're trying to break reality into your little fucked up little mind. We don't give a fuck about you at all. That's the way to deal with my worst abuser. Okay. And I was abused a lot. but I had the worst abuser that says that I sexually harmed my child. Fuck out of here. He needs, to be tortured for one day. And I tell you the truth, he will not admit to it. He's that fucking far gone on his little planet of retardo. Yes, I come from the planet retardo, and I will not admit to any of my abuse. Well, fine. But you have to register as a rapist child molester, because that's what you are, and we already know that about you, and that's what you have to register yourself as. Who gives a fuck how old you are? Who cares how much it is the end of the world? This is what you gotta do.